Hello and welcome to the class. Today I'm going to teach you how to recreate two festive looks. Red lip and the other one is going to be nude lip. So let's get started, and as usual, we are going to start prepping our skin. My skin is already prepped. You want to take your makeup off thoroughly. I use the micellar water from Mary Kay, and you take it off, and then you will wash it with a cleanser for your skin type. My line is the Time Wise, and I use the 4-in-1 cleanser as well as the antioxidant moisturizer. You will put your serums and your anti-aging skincare if you have that concern. This is the time you will put your serums before you will put your moisturizer. And of course, you are going to be also taking care of your eye section. Another thing that is very important and often forgotten is your lips, your neck, and your décolletage. So whatever you do for your face, you want to do also for this area of your body. And your lips are the other part that is very, very important. Today I'm wearing my satin lips balm. I did my satin lips, the scrub part. I did it a couple days ago to take away all the buildup of skin, avoid the breaking of the surface of your lips. So this will keep your lips in great stand. And then your balm. Your balm is very important, and I like to have it as my skincare routine. It's part of my skincare routine, especially for those of you like me have thin lips. I always have to get my area hydrated. This area is very important to me. What I haven't applied yet is the primer. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a primer. The primer will ensure that your makeup is going to look smoother, minimizing any fine line pores. It's going to optimize the usage of your foundation because it's going to spread easily, and it's going to have a more natural look on your skin, like that porcelain finish. I like to, on my clean hands, I like to always apply my products on the side of my hand. And the primer you can apply with your fingers or with your brush. So I'm going to start using the foundation brush for that. And I like to start applying in the center. Especially in these areas where we have like the most maybe fine lines and stuff. It will go across the lines, so it would fill in. And even over here, because sometimes we need to apply the foundation a little over so we don't see any remarcations. Perfect. So I'm going to start after applying my primer. I'm going to start with my brows. The brows are going to frame it. And for that, I like to use an eyebrow pencil, and I'm going to comb my brows. This makeup is supposedly to be like an easy for you guide. So I'm going to be giving you like basic makeup application techniques. Based on your expertise, you can apply the techniques or the products that you are used to use. Some of you may be using maybe 2 or 3 products for your brows. I'm going to use only this one for now. If you notice, I am not measuring my brows or showing you that. But if you would like a more specific class on brows and all that, just comment below. I first brush down so that way I kind of like go by my hairline. And now I'm just gonna fill it in. I already know where my brows are supposedly to go. But it is good that you will have like a beauty consultant, a person to go that she will guide you and make sure you really know your features and how to get the best out of them. Okay, so that is for me for the brows. Now I'm going to go doing my eyes, and for that I'm going to apply a corrector to minimize the look of dark circles and any redness around my skin. I'm gonna use this type of brush and I'm gonna start. You can start seeing the difference. And like to apply a little bit of the corrector extended over here to have a little discoloration, but you can start seeing the difference. And I'm kind of like just tapping, letting the product stay. I'm going to apply a little corrector right here. This helps conceal faster. And I will leave it for that right now. That is enough. I'm going to seal the top of my eye. So just make sure there's no lines, no creasing over here. And for that, I'm going to take some of the translucent powder. And I will get a brush like this. Always tapping the excess of your product. And I'm just going to seal it over. I'm going to divide my face because I'm going to do one color in one side and the other look in the other side. So I'm going to have two different looks on my face today, but I'm going to show you both looks. And you're going to see the comparison of when you do certain colors in one side and the other side. And as you practice, you're going to become a pro and it will just come second nature to you. Everything is practice. So I'm going to start doing the neutral look in here, the red lip in here, and I'm going to do the neutral lip with the green eye in here. So for this one over here, I'm going to start with a transition color. Actually, for both, I'm going to do a transition color, and I'm going to use this is kind of like my bronzer. So I'm going to use this neutral kind of like a peach color. I'm gonna use it as a transition. I'm gonna use this brush that has like a little round top. Always shaking the product. And I'm gonna start applying it. Because I have a hooded eye, I'm gonna start looking like straight on the mirror, and I'm gonna find my middle part or whatever I can do, like a crease, like an false crease. And for me, will be around here between my brow line and my lash line. So I'm gonna just mark in there, and I'm going to do my transition color right here. This is gonna help me creating like some depth, and it looks natural because it goes with my complexion. So I'm applying transition color, so you can take notes if you are. And you're gonna bring it a little bit out and up. We haven't done any foundation yet, so by the time that we do like our foundation, we kind of like start taking care of like any excess of color or anything, so we can just take it off, remove it, and then we just can finish up our look. So don't worry if you make mistakes at this point. Remember that this is makeup, it's something fun to do. It's just to enhance our natural beauty, and if we make a mistake, we just correct it and try it again. And now I'm going to go with a mid color, and I'm going to use this brushing here. For the red lip look, I'm going to start with this brown. Shake the excess. And I'm going to place it in the corner of my eye. I'm going to start in here. And then I'm going to bring it inside. I place the color like this, and then with very little circular inward motion, I'm bringing the color towards the inside. I grab a little more color, place the color. I'm going to use a mid color, like it's this one over here. And I'm going to place it after the deeper color. And we can use this brush to blend them in. Blending is something so crucial when you do your makeup, because in the blending, you're gonna see the finish of your makeup. If it looks choppy or if it looks more professional and soft and smooth. So the brush and the blending is where we probably spend more time when we want to polish our makeup look. So in this case, I'm gonna try to blend these two colors. And I would like to deepen the darker color. So I'm going to deeper with a little bit of the espresso color in here. I'm gonna grab this type of brush, which is thinner and smaller. And I'm gonna grab some of the color. And I'm gonna go by the outer corner of my eye. And very gently, I'm going to position the color and gently bring it inwards, blending it with the brown just to create a little depth in there. I'm going to put a little bit of um, concealer in this area of my eye just to bring it a little light in there. Here's my concealer brush. And then I'm gonna go over here. You open your eyes, you mark it. You can use your finger to soften it out. You don't want any hard edges there. And I'm going to apply my gold color, my light gold color. For that, I'm just going to use my ring finger. And I'm just going to put it there. And you see how beautiful that looks? And now we're just going to blend it. I'm going to put a little bit of the deeper color. And use. For this makeup, I'm going to use the same eyeshadow as an eyeliner. And I'm going to use the brush that I use. We can use a slanted brush. I'm going to actually, I'm going to use this one because I'm not going to use it on the other eye. I'm going to use this one as an eyeliner. So I'm going to put a little bit of setting spray, finishing spray on the brush. And I'm going to grab some of the eyeshadow. And then I'm just going to go by hugging my lash line. I really love the soft look that applying the eyeshadow as an eyeliner gives you. And I'm gonna go over here too, making sure these two sides touch. And I'm not going all out. I'm just keeping it where my natural shape is. And I'm going to even press it here. The way you place your eyeliner is going to be also a preference, a personal preference. If you want, you can also color your waterline. I'm going to put a brighter, let me see. Yeah, I'm going to do a brighter light color. When we do waterlines, I like to bring this down, this part down, my waterline, to be accessible. So I don't have to be accessing with my fingers. And that will be it. This is the same color that I will use to lighten up the inner corner of my eye. So it looks also more youthful. So I go on the waterline in here and then a little bit on the bottom from this side. And then I will get a little bit of the darker shade on the brown. And I'm gonna just come in here and kind of like make them unite 3/4 from the outside. Okay, so this will be this side, very natural. I still think that I'm gonna use a little more, I'm gonna deepen that corner. I wanted a little more color there. Just gonna go with more of the brown. And I'm going to blend. Okay, that's how it's getting. Now let's do the other side and then we finish up with mascara. Or no, let me do the mascara so you can see the difference between the eyes. I'm not gonna use false lashes in here. I'm going to use, actually, I'm going to use a waterproof mascara. Sometimes I use two mascaras but today I'm gonna use just a waterproof mascara. And I like to apply a lot of mascara. You can start seeing the difference already. I usually leave the mascara for the end, but I'm gonna leave this eye done in this side and then we can finish in the other eye at the end. You can see the difference already. You won't see me without mascara. I mean, I may go for a walk without mascara, but even if I'm going to the grocery shop, I will have mascara and my lip balm at least. Okay, so we have that side. Let's do the other eye so that way we can go ahead and finish with our makeup part. So we already did the transition color. We set it and we did the transition color. So now we're going to apply the green. And I'm going to use, let me clean up this brush. I'm going to use this brush over here. I'm going to put the setting spray, and I'm going to start using the green eyeshadow. I'm going to use the festive green. And with this one, I'm going to start marking my corner. I'm going to start marking my corner. I'm going to also go on the bottom. It's important that you have them joining in the corner, because that way when you are on the side and people looks you from the side, there's no space in there. So you make sure you get that gap closed. Depending on your eye shape, again, you will place your eyeliner as it suits you best. I love for my shape, like to do like the corners, so that way I can open them a little bit more. And I like to bring them a little higher towards this side. So this is just placing it like it will be like an eyeliner. This is kind of like a rough pressing. Now I'm going to get a thicker brush, and I'm going to do a little bit more placement of the shadow inside the place that we just place the shadow as an eyeliner inside the demarcation we just made. And you see how that look starts having shape, right? So I'm placing, and then I'm little gently kind of like brushing it inwards in this case. I'm going to put a gold color continuation. And that I'm going to put in here in the center towards the side. And I'm just going to get a little bit of the concealer. This is not the corrector, this is a concealer, which is the corrector is peach. The concealer, I don't know if you can see the difference. The concealer is more my skin tone. It's a little lighter, so I'm just putting that in here with the concealer brush, the one that I use for the concealer. And I'm going to place, again with my ring finger, the lightest color for illumination in the inner corner. This is very, very important that we put this inner corner color, because usually we have these areas darker and that makes us look tired. Don't you agree? And now that I have that, I'm going to blend it. I'm going to start from the light color to the middle color. And then I'm going to come from the back to the center. Beautiful. I hope you're enjoying this. Nice. The same thing, I'm going to apply the light color. I hope you're enjoying this video, and you're taking notes. And that's it. Fantastic. So I'm going to go now. If you will have to correct anything, this will be the time. You can get a round pad, you get your micellar water, and then you just can gently take away any excess or any fall of the color if you have that. After that, you will go and reapply your skincare, your eye cream there, because this will take off your makeup, and then you don't want the makeup that you put on to be not setting properly. So after that, we just start that, let it dry, and then you apply your cream over, and then you let set. You will wait a little bit until your eye sets, and then you apply your corrector, concealer, and you can finish. Right now, I'm going to start applying my foundation. So we have the primer already on, and I'm going to use the Time Wise 3D foundation. Again, this is a matte one because I tend to be a little oily. And I'm going to apply again in the back of my hand. I like to apply some of that. And I'm using this brush to apply my makeup. And when you apply your makeup, if you already know it's your shade, I will assume that you already have your foundation. So I like to start applying from here, making sure the most product I will have there, and I don't have a lot in other areas. I'm applying gently. Right now I'm wearing a high bun, so I'm going to put makeup on my ears. I shouldn't have my earrings right now. I usually don't have them when I do my makeup. And now I'm going to start applying gently. You see how quick and easy the application is once you have the primer. It's just 1, 2, 3. It's really nice coverage as well without the weight. I'm going to the side. I have very narrow in this area, and I don't want to mess up the brows. Now we get in here. I just want to make sure my color is blending. Apply a little extra of my foundation there to cover all my discoloration. And this is the time to apply your concealer to illuminate the areas we want to illuminate. Just apply very little, and I'm just going to apply a little bit in here. A little bit in here. What I'm going to do is finish with my finger, kind of like blending. in here to create illumination. And that would be it. Same thing here. I don't want to create this awfully light under eyes. I like more a natural finish, and it's also a quicker way to do your makeup. But it's a little concealer, kind of like illuminating the center of my nose. Okay, I'm going to set my foundation with loose powder. I like to use this translucent from Mary Kay. It has no color, so it's good for every complexion. I'm going to just set these areas. A good tip, not to set in the lines. If you know you have mature skin and you care for forming the creases, the natural creases of our skin, so we will take a small brush like this, and we are going to put some setting spray, and we can go over the areas that we don't want marking of any product. So that is a pro tip that you will have. And you may repeat that if you need to layer product. You can do that. I like to apply a lot of setting powders all the time, so I will just probably set in whatever I have right now. And I'm gonna wait a little bit until it sets, and I'm gonna start doing some of a light contour. I'm not gonna go crazy on that, and I'm gonna use this powder contour. And this is my bronzer, so just see the difference between a contour is not a bronzer. Although for a natural finish, you can contour like an everyday makeup. You can just skip contour and just go slightly with your bronzer. If it's not too dark, if it's like a natural color bronzer for you, like your basic shade bronzer, you can go with that and get away with any contouring. There's no need to change your features. Actually, contouring is not actually for changing my bone structure or anything like that. I like to do makeup that just enhance your natural beauty, not to change your face, your beauty, to change to into something or someone different. But after we have done makeup and clean up a little bit, sometimes we lose some of the contours because we have like the makeup. So then kind of like put them back, just to put them back, not to create new things. But it's very important that when you contour, do you use a contour shade, which is more like a cool tone instead of a warm, as the bronzers will have. So I'm going to get this brush, and I'm gonna apply where I need my natural shadows or points are is different from everyone. So for me, I don't need contouring the corners because I have a narrow spaces in here, but I will put a little bit of contouring in here just to harmonize. I'm gonna go back with my brush. Just like the blending that I was saying, we need to make sure we are not leaving any hard lines. I'm gonna go a little bit in this area following my brow. in the center of my nose. I'm gonna go with the other side. You can play with any colors. This makeup application suits pretty much all eye shape, and it looks elegant, classy, and the more you practice, you just can just do it every single day. You can play with the colors. You can do like like another pop of color. You have seen like the basic neutral, and this is like a pop of color, so you can play with the colors. And I'm going to add a little bit right here. Just not to look, just create that definition there, slightly there. And I'm going to go with, I'm going to apply a little bronzer. For the bronzer, I'm just going to go kind of like the basic way. I'm going to squeeze. Usually on the neck, we don't receive much light. So most of the time, I will end up putting some bronzer here regardless. And for the blush, I want a more juicy finish, especially because I've been using all matte foundation and products. So I'm going to use this color. It's a neutral shade, pink of it's called Pink Stars. I'm going to apply it right here. You can use your hand, your fingers, or a brush. I'm going to use this little brush of here, just a little bit. You can see. And I like to apply my blush right here. I'm going to apply the other side with my finger. I don't think I rubbed too much product there. It might be the light also. But I'm going to apply this product like this. I'm going to apply it. I love the finish. How's that? I can see a little more in here, maybe the light. Apply a little bit on this side. You can also apply a different shade in a powder blush, kind of like to set it. I like to use this shade of like a pink that has like a little gold in it. I'm gonna go ahead and layer that. This is personal, you don't have to. But I like this because it gives like a natural glow. And also this way you kind of like personalize your blush. And I'm gonna use the tip of this blush brush to add a little bit of glow, natural glow. And I'm gonna go in this area. go in the center here. That's where you will put, like to put a little more light in there. Let me do my mascara in the other eye. And we only have now the lips left. And I'm going to use a red lip liner for this side. I already have it, my red lip liner. I love using a lip liner for my red lip. I will say it's not that I love, it's like a must, because you don't want to go with a lipstick and just make a mess. You want to have it well defined. And I like to do it a little bit out of my natural contour because I have very thin lip. And I like to fill it up. And for the other side, I'm going to use a color that is called Rose. One of my favorite ones to get more like a nude lip. You can go nude towards rose, or you can use your lipstick more towards the warm nudes. And I like to fill it in. For this side, I'm going to use my lipstick in bold red shade. And for the other side, I'm going to use a neutral color. I'm going to use this one over here. Let me find my lip brush, just like here. And to get a perfect lip, you may want to take off the excess and then go over again. So it was just gets like setting the layers, and the layers give more like a full filled lip from color. You go with the red one. Okay, so this is the look. I'm going to probably transform this. I'm going to enhance this eye to this side to wear it today. And let me just set it. Oops, I broke it, I think. Let me make sure, okay. And that, ladies, will be the makeup look. So you can see one side of my face. And then this is the other side. I hope that you have enjoyed this class, and it is a pleasure being here teaching how to enhance your natural beauty. Remember, you all are beautiful. The Lord made you in His image, and He just makes works of art. He is a master creator, and you are a masterpiece. God bless you.